Hi, today we will take a look at the full Dutch car theory exam. That means we will get 50 questions, and out of the 50 questions we need to get 44 questions right to pass the exam. In this video I will show you the type of questions you can expect on a car theory exam, and I will give an explanation so you understand the car theory better. But if you want to learn all the car theory rules, then you can go to the website to get a full car theory course. But now let's take a look at the first question. You are on the motorway. Are you allowed to stand still to check your phone? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no, because there are emergency spots on the motorway. There are no parking signs, so here you are not allowed to stand still or park unless there's an emergency. And you want to drive with 11 other people in the car, so a car with 12 seats. What driver's license do you need? Is that license B or license D? And how do you know the right answer here? Well, a B driver's license is your car driver's license, and then you are only allowed to transport a maximum of 8 other people. So that is not the right answer. Are you allowed to park here? Yes or no? When you take a look at the sign, you can see it says this is a zone where you are not allowed to stand still or park. But the right answer is yes, you are allowed to park here, because the sign states that you are not allowed to park outside of the designated parking spaces. So parking is allowed when there is a parking space. And the next question, what is the correct height for a headrest? Is that level with the top of your head or level with your neck? Then the right answer is that the correct height of a headrest is level with the top of your head, because the headrest should sit as close as possible to your head. So the top of the headrest should be level with the top of your head. And what is the correct right-of-way order? And if you want a full explanation of the priority rules in the Netherlands, then you can watch the full car theory video course on the website. So this is an equal priority intersection, and on an equal priority intersection you need to give right of way to drivers coming from the right. So the red motorcycle has the yellow car coming from the right, and the yellow car has the green car coming from the right. In front of the red motorcycle comes the yellow car from the right. But when the red motorcycle turns, the red motorcycle does not hinder the yellow car. So both can pass at the same time. However, when we take a look at the perspective from the yellow car, we do have the green car coming from the right. The green car and the red motorcycle are oncoming traffic. And with oncoming traffic, the rule is first a small turn and then a large turn. But the right answer is that first the red motorcycle goes, then the green car, and last up the yellow car. And are you allowed to overtake on the right here? Yes or no? So normally you are not allowed to overtake on the right, but in this situation you are allowed to overtake. This is a specific case. The red car is turning to the left, and you can see that because of the turning signal, and the bicycle lane lines are dashed. They are not solid, so you can overtake. Normally you are not allowed to overtake on the right, but there are some exceptions, and overtaking on the right is allowed when someone is pre-sorted to the left. An oncoming driver overtakes dangerously. What do? Keep driving, hit the brakes hard and stop on the middle of the road, or hit the brakes and drive as far to the right as possible. And if you get a question about what you should do, then you should always take a look at what feels right. So don't do nothing, but also don't make extreme movements. So in this situation you can see that hitting the brakes and driving as far to the right is the best idea. That is the safest option, and the traffic light is green. Do you need to stop for 2 seconds? So we see the traffic light with a stop sign under it, and the right answer is no, because a traffic light is more powerful than a traffic sign. So you don't have to stop when the light is green. And the sign is there if the traffic light is, for example, broken. Are you allowed to drive like this? Yes or no? What do we see in the image? We are using 2 license plates, so the right answer is no. You must display 1 license plate on your trailer, never 2 license plates. And what does this warning sign mean? Is this a warning for pedestrians? For children? Is it a pedestrian crossing, so the zebras? Or is this a warning for mopeds? And the right answer is this is a warning for children. And which icon applies for mopeds? Is that icon 1, icon 2, or both icons? Then the right answer is icon 2. Icon 2 is for mopeds that have a maximum speed of 45 km per hour and a yellow license plate. But icon 1 is for cyclists and for light mopeds. So those are mopeds but with a maximum speed of 25 km per hour and a blue license plate. You take the second exit. When do you signal to the right? Is that at place 1, 2, 3 or 4? Here the right answer is 3. Because if you signal on 1 or 2, they will think you will take the first exit. And what is the correct right-of-way order here? The yellow motorcycle is on a priority road. You can see that because of the yellow diamond. So the yellow motorcycle has right-of-way, it goes first. The blue and white cars are positioned equally. That is because they are both behind the B6 shark teeth sign. And because they are oncoming drivers, straight ahead traffic goes first, then a short turn and then last up a long turn. And the blue car makes a long turn, so the white car goes second and the blue car goes last. And you want to turn left. Do you need to stop? The person you see here is a traffic controller. The right answer is yes. When you are taking your car theory test, you are the white car and we have to stop. You can see the traffic controller's arm as a barrier. His arm is down now, so we are not allowed to go. And who has priority in this situation? Is that the blue car or the white car? Then the right answer is the white car. The blue car is coming from an unpaved road, and on an unpaved road you must give way to drivers on the crossing paved road. And what does a green valve cap on a car tire mean? Is that a nitrogen tire, an air-filled tire or a winter tire? Then the right answer is a nitrogen tire. What do these signs mean? Is sign 1 a priority road and sign 2 a priority intersection? Or is sign 1 a priority intersection and sign 2 a priority road? Then the right answer is the first answer. So the priority road icon is the diamond white yellow shaped icon. The police are using an alarm and flashing lights. Are you required to give way? So in other words, are you required to let the police go first? Then the right answer is yes. When they have flashing lights, the police goes first, so you don't look at the normal traffic rules. And you are driving at the end of a tunnel and see smoke coming from your car. What should you do? Are you doing nothing? Will you turn around? Will you drive out of the tunnel and then stop immediately? Or will you stop inside of the tunnel? Then the right answer is to drive out of the tunnel and then stop, if that is still possible. Are you allowed to overtake a cyclist here? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no. You are not allowed to overtake others at or near a zebra crossing. You are using this bike rack to carry your bikes. Do you need an extra license plate? Yes or no? Take a good look at this image. Can you see the license plate? I can't see it, so the right answer is yes, you need an extra license plate, because your license plate must always be clearly visible, and now you cannot see it properly. You want to go to Elst. Do you need to use your turning signal? Yes or no? Take a good look at the image. We want to go to Elst, so we need to move one lane to the right. So the right answer is yes, when switching lanes you must also signal. That is mandatory. And does the same right-of-way rules apply at an intersection as at a Y junction? Then the right answer is yes. At a T junction, Y junction and intersection without priority signs, the same priority rules apply. So that means drivers crossing from the right have right-of-way. And for oncoming drivers, first the drivers driving straight ahead, then drivers making a small turn, and then the drivers making a large turn. The sun is setting and shining in the eyes of oncoming traffic. What do? Will you drive with fog lights? Will you drive with high beams, with low beams, or without lights? Then the right answer is to drive with your low beams turned on. Turning on your low beam makes you more visible to the oncoming traffic. And when are front fog lights used? When visibility is less than how many meters? Is that 50, 100, 200 or 300 meters? Then the right answer is 200 meters. If your visibility is less than 200 meters due to fog, snow or rain, then you may turn on your front fog lights. But keep in mind, the rear fog lights may only be turned on in fog or snow and not the rain. And the rear fog lights may only be turned on when the visibility is less than 50 meters instead of 200. What is meant by all road users? Drivers, pedestrians or both? Then the right answer is both, of course. Which part indicates a lane? Is that part 1, 2 or 3? The right answer is part 1. Section 1 is a lane, 2 is a carriageway and 3 is the road surface. You want to follow the road to the left. Who has the right of way? So who goes first? Is that the motorcyclist or the white car? Then the right answer is the white car. So should you give priority to the motorcycle in this situation? No. You have the right of way here because you are on a priority curve. When you take a look at the sign, you can see a thick line and the thick line goes before the thin line. Are you allowed to drive here? Yes or no? So right now we are driving on a bus lane. Obviously the right answer is no. A bus lane is for buses and you are a car. So if you see a text on the road surface that says lijnbus or bus, then it is meant for a bus and not for the car. What is the correct right-of-way order? We have here 3 vehicles. The white car is on a priority road, so the white car goes first. And then we have the blue car and red car left. In this situation you might think that the blue car goes second and the red car goes last because the red car has the shark teeth, but you need to take a look at the starting position of both vehicles. And you can see that the blue car also has the shark teeth. So when we take a look at the starting position, the blue car is making the long turn. So first goes the white car, then the red car and last up the blue car. How many meters away should you place a warning triangle? Is that 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters or 40 meters? Then the right answer is 30 meters. And keep in mind, a warning triangle is not mandatory in the Netherlands. But if you are going to use a warning triangle, make sure it is at 30 meters distance. You're standing still here to make a phone call. Is that allowed? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no. This is an emergency spot, also known as an emergency lay-by, and it should only be used for emergencies. You see 3 hectometer markers ahead of you. Which fog light should be on? So this is a hectometer marker. And should we now have the front fog lights turned on, the rear fog light, both fog lights or neither? The right answer is neither should be on because 1 hectometer marker is 100 meters. We see 3, so that means 300 meters, and the front fog lights were allowed to be on at 200 meters or less visibility, and the rear fog lights are allowed to be turned on at 50 meters or less visibility. So both are not allowed to be turned on. And you want to turn to the right. What is the safest way to drive? Is that the first way or the second way? Then the right answer is the second way, because in situation 1 the cyclist cannot pass you, but in situation 2 they can. So in situation 1 you are obstructing the traffic and that is not allowed. Are you allowed to let someone out of the car here? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no. What do we see here? A bike lane. And you're not allowed to stop in a bike lane. The difference between a bike lane and a suggested bike lane is that the bike lane has a bike icon. A suggested bike lane doesn't have the bike icon on the road surface. You are going to Elst. Are you leaving the highway? Yes or no? And when you get a question like this, you need to take a look at the signs. Here we see at the sign Elst it says N837 and the N stands for National Road. The sign Nijmegen has A325. The A stands for autosnelweg, which means highway, whereas the sign Elst has the N, which stands for national road. So if you're going to Elst, then you will end up on the national road instead of the highway. So yes, you are leaving the highway. And you want to turn. Should you give way to the pedestrian? Yes or no? Then the right answer is yes, the pedestrian has priority. We are performing a special maneuver. During special maneuvers, every other road user goes first. These special maneuvers are making a U-turn, driving backwards, parallel parking, and driving away from a standstill. Can you tow a broken down motorcycle? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no, don't do that. You are driving with a roof box. Does that cost extra fuel? Yes or no? Yes, that is because the roof box makes the car heavier and it disrupts the smooth airflow over your car. You are driving in a built-up area and you see this sign. What is your speed limit? Is your maximum speed 30 km per hour, 50 km per hour, 60 or 70 km per hour? Then the right answer is 50 km per hour because this sign indicates an advisory speed limit. This means it is recommended to drive at this speed. But you are allowed to drive faster. So within built-up areas, your maximum speed normally is 50 km per hour unless otherwise indicated. So keep in mind, the blue square sign is an advisory speed, while the red white circle sign shows a maximum speed. What is the blind spot? Is that an area around your car that the driver cannot see through mirrors or direct vision? Or is the blind spot an area around your car that the driver cannot see through direct vision but can see with the mirrors? Then the right answer is the first answer. And that is why you physically need to look into that direction. At what time should you display a parking disc? Is that of the time of arrival or the departure time? Then the right answer is at the time of arrival. You must set your parking disc to the time of arrival. So, if you drive at 3:20 p.m. to park, then you set your parking disc to 3:20 p.m. because that is your starting time. And are you allowed to drive with the child on your lap? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no, that's not allowed. You have a driving ban. Are you allowed to use a bicycle? Yes or no? You might think yes, but the right answer is actually no. With the driving ban, you are not allowed to drive any vehicle. So no bicycle, no moped, no motorcycle, nothing. And with the driving ban, you are also not allowed to take driving lessons. What do these white stripes mean? So the white road marking, is that a diagonal lines area or a rush hour lane open? Then the right answer is that it is a diagonal lines area. That is a road marking and normally you are never allowed to drive over a diagonal lines area. But you are allowed to drive over it if you are in the rush hour lane. Only then you are allowed to drive over this displacement lane. And you accidentally find yourself in the middle of the military convoy. What do? Are you honking to warn the military convoy? Will you turn on the warning lights? Will you get out of the military convoy as quickly as possible, or will you turn on your high beam? Then the right answer is to get out of the military convoy as fast as possible. So you are not going to do any of these other things. So do not turn on your hazard lights or honk with your car horn. Just leave the military convoy as quickly as possible. At which tachometer reading do you use less fuel? 1 or 2? Then the right answer is 1. The lower the engine RPM, the less fuel you will use. And you see a person on rollerblades. Who has the right of way? Is that the person on rollerblades or the white car? Then the right answer is the white car, because pedestrians have different priority rules than drivers. And if you want to learn all the priority rules, I will explain it in the full car theory video course, which helps you be prepared for the actual full exam. And where is the third brake light? Is that under the rear window or above the rear window? And the right answer is above the rear window is the third brake light. A person gets off the tram and wants to cross. Does the pedestrian have right of way? Yes or no? Then the right answer is no. That is because they have a platform where they can wait to cross. So the white car goes first and then the pedestrian. If you would like to learn more car theory rules, make sure to subscribe or check out the full car theory video course on the website.